How's it going, guys? I'm back at it again in here for another video for you guys for today. In today's video, I am in here for my WWE TLC 2012 pay-per-view review and giving you guys my thoughts and opinions overall on the match outcomes and everything and whatever have you on what happened on the show. And overall, I gotta say it was a good pay-per-view. And I'm gonna start things off here with the first matchup that we did have. This was for the pre-show Battle Royal, and this was to determine to see who would face Eve later on in the night for the Divas Championship, and this was a #1 contenders match. And with this one, it was okay to pretty good for what it was worth. And in the beginning of this, I was actually having for my predictions to have Ela have maybe Natalia, or maybe even have Caitlyn, of course, maybe get her retribution, and as well maybe even have Alicia Fox get the win. But actually this was pretty interesting, and I know this was kind of like a what the fuck moment and it was kind of random, but we did have Naomi actually get the win here, and that was actually pretty cool since we really haven't seen her wrestle since the NXT days and where the Divas were actually able to wrestle over there. So that was really pretty interesting to even have Naomi get the win and to see her wrestle, since I've been wanting to see that for quite some time, and now that we actually were able to have the time to see that, and that's what happened there. So you know really not that much to really even continue on and saying anything much more to that, but there you have it there. Then we also had the #1 contenders match to officially start things off, in another #1 contenders match, and this one was for the WWE Tag Team Championship #1 contender spot to see who will face Team Hell No, probably at Royal Rumble, and where we had Team Rhodes Scholars and Damian Sandow and Cody Rhodes looking to face Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio, which they were able to make a return, and we haven't seen them in a while, so that was actually really refreshing there. And overall, with my main picks, I had Team Rhodes Scholars, and they actually won this one, and this one was a good match here, and a really crazy spot too that I really liked came where at the end where Sin Cara was pushed, I believe at the time, by Damian Sandow in mid-fucking air, which is crazy as all hell, and then that's how they won that match and able to face Team Hell No. So that's going to be a great match too, even a good one too as well, that I'm also looking forward for, so that should be really interesting there. So there you have it with that. Then after that, we had the United States Championship on the line, and where we had Antonio Cesaro defeat R-Truth. This match, however, was okay. It wasn't really the best either, especially with the matches that they've been having, especially with Kofi Kingston, and as well R-Truth reuniting, and Wade Barrett, and as well Antonio Cesaro teaming, and having that whole, feuds going into play and everything, and how they were able to connect into one another. And with this, didn't really care for it. Hopefully this feud actually has come to an end, and we'll see other things coming for R-Truth and as well Antonio Cesaro there. So with that, I didn't really care with that, but it was okay for what it was worth there. Next up, we did have Miss TV. I wasn't really expecting it all that much to even be on the show, and especially for a pay-per-view, and we really don't get that all that much with pay-per-view promos. I don't really especially like them all that much, but for some of them, and if it calls for it, and especially with something like this, with this, it was okay. I didn't really care for it all that much, and where we had the three-man band coming in as a guest here for the Miss TV, and where we also had the three-man band also as well messing around with Ricardo Rodriguez, and that's where we had Alberto Del Rio coming out and coming in to aid of him, and then that's where the whole implosion came out with everybody here attacking each other, where the three-man band attacked Alberto Del Rio, and where the Miz was able to help him. So it looks like the Miz, now that he's a face, and now we also get another face turn in Alberto Del Rio, so the both of them now being faces. I still got used to the Miz being a face, and I really love that. So now that Alberto Del Rio is a face, I don't know what to say about that just yet. Could be just as good as a Miz, so we're going to have to really see on where this officially goes. So I am actually looking forward for that, and hopefully Alberto Del Rio will be doing well as a babyface, so that should be really damn interesting there. Also from there, we move on to the Intercontinental Championship matchup, where we had a good match between Kofi Kingston and Wade Barrett. Of course, never a disappointment between these two every time they do face each other, so I have been liking their feud. And originally, I had Wade Barrett as my main pick, but of course, he did not win. Kofi Kingston was able to win with the Trouble in Paradise, and there you had it with there and how that matchup was able to come to an end. So we might get another match. Maybe this feud might end. I'm not really too sure, but I was really hoping Wade Barrett would get the win. So I'm sure he'll probably eventually win the Intercontinental Championship, maybe win the Royal Rumble or something like that. So I'm not really all that much worried about it, but I still enjoyed the match as well whatsoever with however the matchup was able to turn about. It didn't really matter. And then from there we move on to the crazy 6-man tables, ladders, and chairs match. Here we had the Shield picking up a win over Team Hell No, and as well with Ryback, and that was actually a crazy match. And really, the best way to actually describe this match is one hell of a fucking roller coaster ride. We've seen the barricades break. We see a lot of crazy spots here. A really interesting and unique way with the tables and everything, and a lot of great ladder spots and everything like that. So we seen basically everything in this fucking match, and it was really awesome. Really love what the Shield is doing, and they were able to get the win on their first ever pay-per-view match, and as well the first matchup being on the main roster. So that was fucking cool. So I cannot wait to see what the Shield is going to be having in store for us, and this is going to be really crazy, and to see where this is definitely going to be going from here on out. Also as well, we did have another filler match where we had as well the 3-man band taking on The Miz and as well Alberto Del Rio, and as well a surprise and returning superstar, and that's right, of all fucking people, we did get the Brooklyn Brawler, and we haven't seen him in a hell of a long time. So I guess that was kind of cool. I was kind of hoping maybe a return from Christian or someone like that, but we did get the return of Brooklyn Brawler of all people. So I guess that was kind of cool. And with that team where Brooklyn Brawler, The Miz, and also Del Rio were able to get the win over the 3-man band, that was actually a pretty good matchup. Didn't really care for seeing it all that much, but for what it was worth and having it as a surprise match, I thought that was fine there, and it ended up being pretty good anyway. And especially to see how Alberto Del Rio was going to be doing as a face for the first time ever, especially in this match and being with The Miz and everything. So just to get that out of the way, for what it was worth, it was pretty good overall. Then from there we move on into the Divas Championship matchup where we had Eve defeating Naomi, and it was pretty interesting there to see how Naomi was going to do, and she did pretty damn well, I gotta say that, and give her props to even trying to see how she was going to do in this match and want to even go against Eve. And I'm not too sure if we'll get a rematch out of those two. Don't really see it happening all that much, but just wanted to get that out of the way, and that's what happened there. So overall, it was pretty cool to see Naomi, try and see if she can get that win, but of course Eve remains victorious, so can't complain about that whatsoever, and Eve retaining the Divas Championship there. Then from there we move over to the World Heavyweight Championship chairs match where we had the Big Show defeating Sheamus, and these two don't really disappoint either in their matches. And in the beginning I didn't really care about it all that much, but as time went on it did get better with their feud. So I think this is probably the final encounter we would get to see with these two. I don't really see it as well continuing here into the next pay-per-view for the Royal Rumble. So we also had the Big Show defeating Sheamus with the big chair, kind of like what we saw with the big ladder not too long ago at Money in the Bank. So that was actually kind of cool, I guess. But the Big Show surprisingly in the way retaining here, and that's where I'm gonna end things off there. So not much to really say, but it was actually a good to great match, and I thought it was worth it. So there you have it with my thoughts there. Then we got into the main event ladder match where we had Dolph Ziggler's Money in the Bank contract match. That was up for grabs, and where we had AJ Lee and Vicky Guerrero coming out and having their little altercation. AJ Lee also getting her retribution and payback and kicking Vicky Guerrero's ass, which is really awesome. And this match was a great match too. Definitely wasn't a disappointment, and really a damn good main event matchup between these two, and these two working with really great chemistry, and John Cena almost just about getting the win. And we have this shocker where AJ Lee was actually being able to help Dolph Ziggler and that's where you have Dolph Ziggler winning there, and he was my main pick. So that was really an interesting event there, how AJ Lee was actually helping out Dolph Ziggler. So now she's looking to be with him now, so that's going to be cool there, how that's going to be coming out to play and everything. And Dolph Ziggler is able to, well, from here, I don't know what he's going to be doing with the Money in the Bank. Maybe we'll get a cash in on Monday Night Raw for the Slammy Awards. I might do a video on that. Not really too sure exactly, but I'll have to wait and see what the plans are going to be for me, if I want to do that or not. But it should be a good show for WWE Week, and hopefully you guys enjoyed WWE TLC with my review and with the pay-per-view overall. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are as well, what you liked with the outcomes and everything. And definitely it is going to be the end of the world. We got WWE Week, so that's going to be really cool with the Slammies, and as well with SmackDown coming up commercial free and everything. So it's going to be a good week, and we got a lot of good things to be look forward to and checking out and everything. So I cannot wait for it. So anyway, that about does it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review, and until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace, guys. See ya.